and welcome to Anderton's TV. Not just Anderton's Music, but Anderton's TV now, because there's lots of other lovely people that do this and do it fabulously. I'm in Keyboard Corner. Hopefully it will be called Keyboard Corner and someone will make me a graphic. Although I'm not in the corner, I'm in the proverbial corner, and I'm accompanied by a lovely keyboard called the Roland FP90. Roland FP90. What does the FP stand for?
Don't know.
Okay, it's right. It's better left because it's F and P are some dangerous letters here. It's brand new keyboard from Roland, and I'm just going to be honest. I've got a sheet up here with some stuff that Roland would love for you to know about. Key points are: it's a no compromise on sound and touch style keyboard, powerful internal sound, so no need for an external amp. Well, we'll have a look at that, no problem. Versatility and portability, all kind of things. They're pretty buzzy buzzwords, and so we'll see if they actually do that for real. No compromise on sound and touch. Now, I know that this one has got a brand new action in that is a big deal for Roland and puts them up there against maybe some brands like Kawai. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I've got a friend called James Hawaii, and it's kind of similar, so we'll say Kawai. And it's a new action called the PHA50. And all of the Roland actions, even if they look like wood before, weren't. And now this is a mixture of wood and plastic. Oh, how exciting. So obviously that affects the tone. You know, it really does affect the tone. But we'll see. I'm just going to start off. I know I'm already rambling. I'm back to it. But I'm just going to go with patch 1. This is the concert piano, and I'm playing on this lovely new action from Roland. So, some random stuff in D. Don't worry, I'll change the keys of what I'm playing in, hopefully, as the video continues. That feels really nice. First impression is, because all I can read about it is that it's like 50% wood, 50% plastic. So I don't know which bit's which, but I'm familiar with the RD 800 series, and I've for years played the ones with the ivory feel, and I must say that it feels lovely. I said I'd change keys, right? Cool. That's G for everyone that's interested instead of D. Okay, the next one was powerful internal sound, so no need for an external amp. Right, well, I'm at kind of 8/10 of the volume here, and I'm in a small room in Keyboard Corner, and I'm going to stick with G. Now, if I was at a wedding and I'm at a drinks reception in the corner, this would be a perfect, you know. All right, cool, yeah. Yeah, actually, there's the bacon baps over there on the left. Yeah, so that perfect volume for communicating where the buffet is and what food is needed at a wedding. But also, that's not farting out at all, those speakers. Right down the bottom. Yeah. So still on concert piano, and those speakers sound really good. It's not massive. Let me just... I probably didn't come at it with the right angle there, but if I adhere to health and safety guidelines, that's absolutely fine to pick up. So that's good. Concert piano, let's move on to some more sounds. Second one, ballad piano. Oh, so a little bit darker. Now, that leads, hopefully, to something that I learnt by reading about this keyboard just before I played it. This is like the first time I sat down at the thing, is that this is the evolution of the Supernatural technology. So it's their new iteration of it. It's all Supernatural piano came in a few years ago and was like the new benchmark for Roland in terms of how good the piano samples sounded. So they took more care in taking lots more samples at different velocities on the keys, so it felt and sounded hopefully more natural. Now what they've done is they've, a bit like the 50% wood, 50% piano, they've chopped together sampling technology and now modeling technology. So the beginning of the note is a sample. So all the character of a piano, apparently. So if I hit middle C, that first initial transient is a sample. And then the rest of the note, this is what they've said, it turns into modeling. So modeling has been around in the piano world for a good few years too. I love a bit of software called Piano Tech with a Q. And they were really pioneering in saying, like, well, we can model strings and how they vibrate, so we can just model a whole piano. And that means that I used that because it was very light on resources on a computer. So if you were doing a gig and you were using a laptop, instead of having like Ivory or one of these big sample packages, which were like 80 to a couple hundred gigabytes worth, we're talking like megabytes worth. So it ran really quick. It had very low latency, so it was nice to play. And they've, obviously, Roland have been hip to that, put it together with the new Supernatural technology. So that's the ballad piano. Bright piano. I like bright pianos. I like Yamahas for that reason when I'm doing pop gigs. So let's have a listen to the bright piano. This is patch number 4. Right, I'm just getting used to the piano, sitting down. It feels really nice, and that's a lovely sound. I'm not sure how it's coming across on the recording, we're just taking a line out. But one of the reasons why you're buying this piano over, say, an RD800 would be the fact it's got speakers in. Maybe you want a controller sat under your computer at home. This has got MIDI out. You could be controlling your soft synths, but I love still having a keyboard that you can just turn on and get a sound out of it, because it'd be like having a guitar and then you go to strum the strings, but you've got to go put the strings on them. You know, like it's just a barrier to playing. With this, you just sit down, hit on, and you can play. And that's what the speakers. Cool. Moving on. I said we were moving on. I'm going to look at it with fresh eyes and tell you what I'm seeing, and we're going to fiddle with some stuff and see what happens. Right. So I'm going to be in the key of E. And I'm on bright piano there. I'll whack it back. Actually, let's move onwards. This is patch number 5. This is the upright piano. Oh. Lovely. Nice, a bit more thwacky. I'm really bad on adjectives, but lovely. It doesn't sound like a crappy out-of-tune piano. It sounds like an upright, so lovely. Good job, Roland. But we've got an equalizer next to the master volume slider. We've got an equalizer here. So just see if we can shape the sound a bit on that. So it's quite boxy. I'm going to try take some of the mids out. Mids back in. That's all the mids out there. Yeah, a bit spanky there. But you can very easily, say I was gigging and I was in a small, say we're using these speakers, like they say we could do a small gig, a jazz gig, and we're in the corner somewhere, and you wanted to poke out, just like having a tube screamer on a guitar, you could probably whack the mids up for so you can choose how pokey you are. Let's see what it does to the bottom end. That's flat, upright piano with the lows taken out. Lows pumped in. Back to flat. So that's cool, that's the upright piano. Let's have a look at some more pianos. Touching on that EQ, pretty handy for shaping a sound in different, say you love how this is with the concert piano again, so same kind of thing. Lows. Yeah, you've got a bass player and maybe something's feeding back acoustic instruments, you could maybe help that without having to change patch. Just reach for a bit of EQ. Let's see what it does to the top end on that as well. So that's the equalizer. Next on our smorgasbord of functions on the FP90, we have an ambience button. Nice little buttons, by the way. You know, a completely different look. If you go see one in the showroom, Andertons have got all of these out to try. Completely different look at this. If anything, it looks like it may have tried to reduce the weight, but it's backlit so you can tell if it's on or not. Anyway, so concert piano. Because that's the one most of us are going to be using when we turn it on. You know, it's their big boy sample. Cool. I'm going to hit ambient to see what happens. That's on, off. Play a different note, that's cool. I think you're allowed in music sometimes to play different notes, I don't know. Okay, let me crank that up. So on the screen it says ambience, left is plain and right is rich. Now who wants to be plain? Let's try maximum rich, plus 10 mofo. Okay, yeah, pretty epic stuff. I don't think I'm allowed that chord, but it's all right. That's maximum richness. Let's get down to the middle. So it's swirling around a bit for me here. And back to plain. Middle. Max. maximum richness. Rich on this shit. Cool, so that's the ambience feature. Oh. Coming back, when I said the word cut, because I'm not very good, I can't do it all in one thing, and I thought I could edit myself, I stomped naturally on the pedal down here, and I got this. Now, you may think, ugh, why do I want that? But on the higher end pianos, like on the Nords and on the higher end Roland stuff, that is a feature, pedal noise, that you can bring in. And it'd be good if you were doing a really intimate, slow kind of thing. I'm playing a lot of the same chords today, but I haven't been practicing. But yeah, got that noise in there. And you can change that. The ambience obviously exaggerates that, but that's in there. The next bit, we've got a part section, so I think that's going to be something to do with some auto accompaniment. Or it will also be for if we did a split. So let's see if we can split. Magically on most Roland keyboards, I can do things like a piano and a pad. So I'll hit them both at the same time. Let's see if it works. Oh no, it doesn't work. How do I do it? Split dual. Let's see what happens. Split dual. Oh yeah, it's cool. Let me take that back, Roland. Let me take that back. Let me see what happens. They've popped up on my screen. They just don't both light up. So the screen has changed, and now it says concert piano, and I can choose another patch. So in this one, it's the first one in the pad category called Super Syn Pad. And we're going to go. And we've got the parts bits here. Oh! I was trying to channel my Stranger Things.
Yes.
I was trying to get.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, just loads of. And then the monster's coming. Yeah, I can use major and minor chords. Right, Super Syn Pad and the piano. That's cool. We've just got the pad there at the moment. We'll bring in the piano. So you can have too much of a good thing, and there's probably a bit too much pad in there. So let's see. Oh yeah. I just need Michael Bolton to come in right now. Come on, Michael. So we can balance that. That's cool. If you're back in the singing, you just want to fatten it out a bit, like Michael Bolton. Come on, Michael. That's a bit more Michael McDonald than Michael Bolton, but it's fine. Who's picky about that, really? I'll take both of them. In any which way. So they're split, and I think you can dual it. So split, oh, so that was a dual sound. This is a split sound, left tone, piano, and then the right, let's see, we've got another thing, acoustic bass. Oh, cool, so let's put the acoustic bass down there. Oh God, I can't play bass with my left hand, but that is down there, no worries. Let's see where the split point is. F sharp is the split point, it's called the... They love a tritone at Roland. Cool, so that's there. Could I change the split point? I'm gonna guess that if I hold it, or if I hit function, I'm gonna have a look, function. You can change it. I'm sure it's in the manual, but I was just seeing what it was like, and I couldn't manage to do it. Transpose button, yes, that's good for me because I can't play in any of the black keys, essentially. Other than that, I like the screen. It's nice and clear. We've got a big Bluetooth. I know about Bluetooth because I have a mobile phone and things as such. And I'm just going to have a quick read and see what that does. Okay, we're back. I noticed the Bluetooth symbol on there, and a lovely chap in the corner over there hinted towards what it could do. And let's just see. It was pretty easy, just literally it turned up on my phone and I paired it, and you can actually stream tunes on it. So if you want to go for a toilet break or a fag on your gig and you want to play some tunes, I personally recommend playing Auld Lang Syne at New Year's Eve, because why would you want to play it when you can just stream it? But unfortunately, once I had it on and my mother phoned me at midnight and everyone was partying and it blasted out the speakers. But anyway, I mean, what would you play if you had Bluetooth audio? Cool. Yeah, so that works and sounds great. You should always be playing that. So let's move on. Okay, you're back with me. Who else is it going to be? Roland FP90. I've got my crib sheet here because I just didn't want to kind of do that awkward thing and pretend, you know, like most pop stars do and mime. I'm the real freaking deal. I'm going to read it off my sheet. FP90. There's a lovely little comparison here between that and the FP80 that obviously it's taking over from. So the piano sound, as we spoke about, is now supernatural modelling, not supernatural sampling. So that combination, hopefully we heard it. Now polyphony, unlimited polyphony. Whereas before it was 128 notes. Now if you don't know what polyphony means, it's essentially how many notes the keyboard can be playing at one time before it starts choking and not playing any more notes. It'll sometimes, you know, on synths it's a problem, but even if you play organ and things like that, or extended pedal down passages, you know, where there's lots of, you may be playing a chord at once, but if you keep the pedal down, you can get a hell of a lot of stuff going on. So this has got unlimited polyphony. So let's kind of just see. Do that all day, day. That was exciting. That's what you get with unlimited polyphony. All that fun. Tones, 85 tones. And we'll have a look at some of those as well, even more. Piano designer, that means you can fiddle. I've shown this before in different videos. It's pretty cool. You can like adjust the lid on a piano. So again, instead of reaching for the equalizer, it gives you another way to change the tone without having to change the core fundamental of, you know, what patch you're using, what sample or mixture of sample and modeling technology you're using. Here's a good one, rated power output. So these have got two 25 watt speakers along with two 5 watt speakers, as opposed to the old one, which was a positively skinny, unlike myself, two 7 watt and two 6 watt speakers. It's got a special feature called 3D headphone ambience, which is in their really posh home pianos, and that means that it's sorry, just pulling my notes out of my crotch. That means it's really good if you play a lot with headphones, and I've tried it, and it sounds really good. It's great. Bit like for any guitar players who are unlucky enough to be watching this, bit like on the Kemper, with the posh headphoney thing on the Kemper. Yeah, I know about that stuff. We already know that it's got the PHA-50 action. Wood and plastic, the old one was the PHA-3. And then we've checked out Bluetooth audio. All right, the Bluetooth also does Bluetooth MIDI, which is just blowing my mind. It's got a MIDI recorder, an audio recorder, and MIDI page turn. So if you had an app like Fourscore, you could change pages. You know, if you're reading off that and you don't have paper, you're trying to be environmentally friendly. It's got a microphone input with effects and a really handy microphone volume here. And hearing the oomph of these speakers, I totally back it as well to carry a vocal. I wouldn't say that you're going to rock a bar with it. I don't know if I could, even if I had the volume. But if someone really wanted to kick it off or play with a band, this is not the keyboard for you. This is more a keyboard for maybe if you were accompanying a vocalist or yourself, and it's more in the kind of smooth jazz background type of volume. You're not going to hold people's attention with it, but fantastic considering that's all you got to take. No PA. Imagine the gigs you could do with that. God, imagine. Oh God, just daydreaming there. Right, enough of that. Let's just flick through some of the patches. So we've heard some pianos, electric pianos. First one, 79 Suitcase. Suitcase. Here, got some tremolo on there. There's not any hands-on stuff for changing the effects. I'm sure that if I delve in the menus, but that's why you'd be looking at one of their thoroughbred stage keyboards, maybe more than this. But lovely sound. And again, it takes the bottom end all right, but doesn't everyone? Cool, next one, Tiny EP Lite. Modified Dyno, so let's see what that is. Playing random chords really. Let's see what's going on. Modified Dyno, VR EP1. Cool, Whirly EP2A, that's cool. All quite honky. What they seem to have done with these electric pianos is put effects on there that most people would put on, and that's cool. They are heavily stylized, which is good. There's a lot of variety in here. Strings. Let's have a listen to the strings. Chamber strings. The last one was chamber strings. This is now string EXP. And now full strings. Oh, crikey. One of the string players wants to go home. He's kicking off. I think that's just my Arrhenius full finger. This is very appropriate. This is patch number 4 in strings. Strings for 1. Quite sensitive. right, some strings. Organ, first patch, B organ slow. B organ slow, is it? Crikey. Second organ, pipe organ. Oh, sorry, whoever's doing the audio. That didn't work for Give Me Some Lovin', but it might work for... Cool, pipe organ. Combo jazz organ. Let's get freaking jazzing. All right. Ballad organ. Crikey, I don't know what ballad I could play with that. Oh, crikey. The ballad organ's got me all hot under the collar. I don't know really what I could play with that. It's more like, you know, when you got like a drunk lad who's grabbed the mic and you're taking the mick out of him, you're like... Come on, mate, get off the mic. Ballad organ, church organ. Makes me want to get married. No, it doesn't. Cool. Bad. Okay, other, super saw. Sorry, I'm going to be cautious on my volume, but I'm going to see where it goes back to. All right. Super saw, trancey synth. Oh yeah. Oh my God. 3 in other, flip pad. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's there's a melody somewhere. I like the delay in it. D50 Fantasia. What? Oh, oh shit. Oh. Some pretty out there old school sounds. Vangelis up in here. Crikey, there's some strawberry flute. And most importantly, oh yeah, they're running off down there. So there's a whole odd Noah's Ark of sounds within here. You know, you've got all of the animals and probably 2 of them, and you could safely preserve life on Earth with this keyboard. And nowhere near the weight of an Ark, because as I picked it up earlier, embarrassingly so, it really isn't that heavy. It's filled with big, powerful speakers. It's got a bunch of sounds. Mainly, I think you're looking at this if you're a home piano player, or predominantly you play at home. Maybe you go to church, or you play, I don't want to presume what situation you're in, but maybe you don't gig that much, or you maybe accompany a choir, and it would save a lot of effort not to take a PA and maybe you're umming and ahhing between like, oh, do I spend a lot on a home piano or a stage keyboard? And this really sits in the middle. It really does. You've got exactly the same keyboard action as their big boy home pianos. Just check out the PHA 50. It's in the this is exactly the same feel as their premier home pianos, but you can take it out, gig with it. It's got line outs on the back, so you can plug it into a PA, but mostly I think people will be looking at this for what I said, accompanying singers, or even themselves with that mic volume stuff. So I've waffled on, and it's been good to be back, and I want to feel all your hatred through the YouTube comments. Just bring it. Let's bring it, because I got sounds that will drown you out, like a ballad organ. But also what can drown you out is hopefully a good demo. Now there's not a demo button on here, but there's a song button, and I'm excited to see what happens if I press it. So I'm just going to hit song, and thanks for sticking with me, and thanks for being here. Sums up how I feel. So I'm a bit edgy. I'm just gonna undo my microphone.